During the 1980s, horror films with haunted houses made many feel trapped. Just when you thought there was no way out, you see the light at the end of the tunnel. Just before reaching it, you might experience these 5 vastly underloved haunted house movies. Number 5, Superstition. Directed by James W. Robertson and starring James Houghton, Albert Salmi, Lynn Carlin, Larry Pennell, and Jacqueline Hyde. Is it possible that an abandoned house on church property had been involved in murders and nearby drownings? Reverend Thompson of the local parish discovered that in 1692, a church leader executed an alleged witch.
Let the sentence then be drowning.
And the Reverend also finds an antique crucifix in the pond.
You took that from the pond.
That's right, yeah.
Thompson desperately attempts to solve the mystery of the haunted home, though nothing seems to stop the vengeful spirit. Number 4, The Woman in Black. Directed by Herbert Wise and starring Adrian Rollins, Herbert Hepton, David Baker, Pauline Moran, David Ryall, and Claire Holloman. In 1925, a young English lawyer named Arthur Kidd was requested to settle the estate of a woman in a small coastal town.
Now, I want you to attend the funeral.
Of course.
The day after tomorrow.
Must have a purpose for every human life that he creates, or be very sure. So it is with our departed sister, Alice Drabner.
To his surprise, not only does he see a mysterious woman dressed in black,
Like unto his glorious body, according to the mighty working, who should do all things to himself.
but the townspeople are reluctant to speak about the recently deceased woman.
Oh, her.
She just died.
I know.
Did you have any dealings?
No, I didn't know her. I didn't want to. Now,
Kidd is determined to complete his assigned task.
Last night, she did not come until 4 in the morning. Then it was bad. A bad night.
But becomes increasingly unsettled because of what he continually experiences at the estate and beyond. Number 3, Hell Night. Directed by Tom DeSimone and starring Linda Blair, Vincent Van Patten, Kevin Brophy, Jenny Newman, Suki Goodwin, Jimmy Sturtevant, and Peter Barton. To get into Alpha Sigma Rho, 4 new pledges must spend the night at the abandoned Garth Manor.
Come in.
Where 12 years ago a man murdered almost all of his family members.
Leaving the cruelest punishment of all to his 14-year-old gorked-out son Andrew, who was forced to witness the slaughter of his entire family.
No, actually, I don't give a darn about politics. I'm beginning not to give a darn about sororities either.
You silly Russian.
The head of the fraternity has arranged scares for the pledges, trying to turn the place into a haunted house.
Physical terror. You know something, Scott? I think you enjoy this a little too much.
But as the pranks are pulled, unexpected consequences result. Eventually, everyone is forced to take the scares seriously because someone else on the grounds is picking off the terrified young people, one by one.
Tell us what happened! I don't know, man. I don't know! I went out to take a leak. When I came back, Denise is gone. There's a dead chick in my bed. The whole world's gone mad!
Number 2. House. Directed by Steve Miner and starring William Catt, George Wendt, Richard Mall, Kay Lenz, Susan French, and Mary Staven. After the disappearance of his son, the separation from his wife,
I was just calling to tell you I got your message. I'm sorry about your aunt.
and the death of his aunt,
Eternal life, may the Lord now welcome her to the table of God's children in heaven.
Arthur Roger Cobb decides to move into his aunt's old mansion.
I'm sorry, Mr. Parker, I'm not selling. What? I said I'm not selling. I think I'm going to stay a while. Do some work.
The more Cobb experiences startling nightmares and strange phenomena in the house, the more he believes that the house has taken his son.
Sandy.
Will Cobb fight back his fears and hopefully save his son and sanity before the house wins the battle? Number 1. The Changling. Directed by Peter Medak and starring George C. Scott, Trish Van Veer, Melvin Douglas, John Calicos, Barry Morse, Madeline Sherwood, Helen Burns, Francis Hyland, and Ruth Springford. After losing his wife and daughter, composer John Russell moves to Seattle where he rents an old mansion. After moving in, Russell discovers loud banging occurring at the same time daily.
That house shouldn't have been rented.
Why should anyone object?
No one's been able to live in it. It doesn't want people.
A hidden room in the attic. And an apparition of a child's death. Russell holds a seance in the house and learns that a young boy might have been killed there about 60 years prior. The frightening events mount as Russell's quest for the truth leads him in a startling direction.
Joseph, did you die in this house? My room. How did you die? How did you die?
How did you die? How did you die?
Let me know if there's anything else you'd like to see in the comment section below. Remember to like and subscribe to my channel and check out my many other videos from Endless Perceptions Cinema. See you next time.